Bra momento.
Hi, Sora.
Bra momento.
Hi.
Uh,
How are you doing?
Pretty okay.
That's good. One second.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Give me 1 second.
Always.
Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to another episode of Tired Plays Modded Minecraft. And today I'm going to make some bad decisions. Sora's here with me in the call. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Let's go. Sorry about that. I had to deafen for a second.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
What's up with your mic quality?
Huh?
Your mic quality feels a little different.
Is it?
Oh, it was for a second. It seems fine now.
Oh, no, it's because I'm sitting, like, to the right of it right now.
It sounded
I'm
a little
not
more,
talking
like, bit
into it.
crushed. I don't know.
Right.
It's good now, I think.
Yeah, no. Monotone, raspy voice plus not speaking directly into the mic equals scuff.
Oh, by the way, I probably should ask this before I went live, but I kind of need you to review yesterday's pod to make sure, like, I should even put it up on YouTube.
Huh?
Never mind, I'll ask you when we're done.
No, what do you mean, huh?
I don't know, there was a lot of conversations, and I don't know if, like...
Oh, you're fine.
You sure?
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. If it hasn't been taken down on Twitch, it won't be taken down on YouTube. General rule of thumb.
I know, but I mean, like...
You'll be fine.
What are these bad decisions you speak of? I don't know. Also, hi, Coco.
Oh, hey, Coco.
I
I gotta tune into the stream real quick.
Well...
Episode 15 already? What the f...
I know, right?
God damn.
I mean, granted, I've been doing 2 episodes a day, so...
I mean, still... What the fuck?
Time isn't real.
Oh, wait, I'm not on my channel, I can swear. Fuckers.
Also, I am so sorry what I DM'd you like an hour ago. I am so sorry
Hold
for
on.
that. Was it an hour ago? It was... I don't know, it was like half an hour ago.
That message was ultimately cursed. I swear to God.
I hate it. I hate it.
Good. You're gonna learn to not hate it at one point in your life. You wanna know the reaction I guarantee you'll have in about 3 years, right, of knowing me?
Mm.
That's horrible, I love it. Whenever you hear a joke like that. I guarantee it. Clip it now, and then I will save this onto my hard drive, and I will be using this later.
You can handle the clipping. I'm currently live.
I'm talking
to chat, okay.
I have a severe lack of crack cocaine in my system right now. This is not cool.
Isn't
Not
the
pog.
normal amount of crack cocaine 0?
Huh?
Isn't the normal amount 0, though?
No, what are you doing? Huh?
Not crack?
Clearly.
Not back.
Oh, you don't know how to clip? Well, if you hover over the stream, there's this funny little button that looks like it's near the full screen button, right? It's this little, well, what is it? It's the film snap thing. You know? I can't remember what it is. If you hover over that and click it, it allows you to clip things. It's cool. I want to make a channel, right, where it's fast paced, right? It's a tutorial channel. It teaches you how to do really dumb things, right?
Mm.
It just really quick, really concise, but it also makes you feel like an idiot and insults you for not knowing how to do it. Like it's really quick and to the point. Like, oh, you go here and do this. Yeah, you press this. It's like really aggravated tutorial. Just someone who's absolutely fed up with the fact that they have to answer this question for you. That is the kind of channel I need in my life right now. It would make coding interesting, that's for sure. Da, 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 da. What the?
Are you okay?
Bane. Okay. Okay. Huh?
Are
So,
you okay?
sorry, no, I just saw some really disgusting trains.
Uh,
And then I saw some really nice trains. Like, one really nice train. That was it. Oh yeah, I played Yakuza 0.
I
Uh,
saw.
yeah. I got a cannon from a vending machine.
What?
I, did I stutter? Period. You always act surprised when I say these things. And yet, I, uh, I went up to a vending machine that it said it could make my dreams come true. Probably. I put, like, about $100 into it, and it
Alright.
spat out a cannon. I'm not talking about, uh, like a dumb thing. I'm talking about it spat out
A gun?
a Civil War cannon,
Oh.
full size, and it is loaded. I can hit people with it and shoot people with it. I am defending myself the way the founding fathers intended. What's your favorite type of train? Steam train. If you want me to get more specific, I can. Like, I can get really specific, like, down to the specific classifications. I've got a few. I don't have a very specific, top rated, like, yeah, this is the stuff right here train, right? But I have a few, like, number one favorites, because there's just so many of them. Train. Train. My favorite train is the hype train, That's my favorite kind of train. It happens whenever you give me money. Oh, you remember that, right? That was such a goddamn event.
It
I wish.
definitely was.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get that kind of energy flowing again. Honestly, I might bring back the Alien Isolation series, if it means I can get, the energy of that stream to continue on.
Hmm.
It's like everyone was interacting. It was so cool. I think it was the first time chat was actually moving so fast I couldn't keep up with it. It was honestly, I think that was my peak. I think I peaked. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Tired, did I peak?
I don't know.
It is. You can. I've got a few. There's the there's the there's the BR01, right? Which is it's a really good looking engine, right? It absolutely wonderful looking. Uh, what was the other one? Obviously, right? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer for me to say it, but uh, what the hell?
Uh, I remember the other day you were talking about this, right? And you talked about that one train in somewhere in the UK.
Oh, dick my butt. Yeah.
I couldn't remember the specifics, but yeah, it was that
The specifics. Yeah, no, that's a diesel locomotive. It is riding around somewhere in the UK. It's beautiful. There is some like Ghostbusters game on my TV, and it's advertising it on Steam. Hold up, I need to go look at this.
Excuse me. So, chat, yesterday nothing really happened. Atris, Dan, and Bob were in the call,
Here
and they
we
were
go.
just vibing.
Here we go. Midnight Ghost Hunt. Ooh, it's a chaotic multiplayer hide and seek game. Oh. Oh, it's like Phasmophobia, except someone's the ghost. You know, that thing they've been promising, but never added. I'm gonna talk about how much I dislike the development of Phasmophobia, actually. I'm gonna put that in my Lost Topic thing.
Oh, last topic is tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, today's Saturday.
Well, at least we have some topics this time around,
That's good.
especially me.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, chat. So last episode we didn't get anything done.
Uh,
Episode before, we named all the critters. And this is the list so far.
all right, there we go. Uh, the BR01, right, is a really cool engine. There's okay. This is gonna be an interesting one because it's actually the main train of a movie, and I'm pretty sure most people here would know what it is. The Berkshire. Oh, it was the Berkshire O3, or it was O2. I can't remember which, but it was the train that was the Polar Express, or that the Polar Express was based on. And it still is like one of my favorite. Just generally, it's got this weird aesthetic, right? That I
Mm-hmm.
don't think many other trains have. That is just it's that thing, right? Whenever people think of steam trains, right? I feel like they have two thoughts in their head. Well, three thoughts, right? If you ask them like real life steam train, right? There are two general thoughts: Polar Express, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or something that looks like the Polar Express, or the Flying Scotsman,
I
right?
don't know the Flying Scotsman. My thoughts were Polar Express and Thomas the Train Engine. That was it.
I said real trains. Thomas may be based on something, but it most certainly is like got some odd aspects to it.
I didn't know that. I thought that's just what train. I just thought that's what trains looked like.
Simplified designs for kids.
Uh,
It was based on an actual train. It's just it's a little bit different looking. At least nowadays it is.
alright. I'm gonna go into the abyss with night vision. Let's see how scuffed this is. Uh,
Poggers. I think there
oh, that
is
is
one
really
there
scuffed.
to me, right, there's one big no-brainer that I don't really like saying too much, right? Because it's such a basic bitch train to say that, oh yeah, this looks cool. But it is true with me. Uh, the Union Pacific Big Boy.
The big boy.
Yeah, it's got that name for a reason. It's like one of the largest locomotives in the world.
Huh.
It's basically right. You know how most trains have like four drive wheels, right?
I don't know anything about trains, Sora. I don't know machines.
You know the funny piston that make it go room.
Kinda?
The pistons with the wheels with the axles attached to them that spin
The
when it
sticks?
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sticks.
I feel like I just caused you physical pain by saying that.
Yes. Nonetheless, right? The
Mm-hmm.
ones that, have the piston to push so that they move around, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically two sets of four of them. It is basically two trains together with a boiler in the middle and then a tiny ass cab at the back. It is the funniest design, but it is also the coolest design I've ever seen because it is basically this unstoppable force of speed. Because it is literally two trains slammed together with a single cab. It's horrifying.
Also, your
I think
mic keeps
what's
cutting out.
I think what's more horrifying about it is the fact that it is actually there is still one working. There is one out there, right? And it was re-allowed to like do stuff in 2020.
Ah, yes, the year of chaos.
They allowed it out. They let it out.
Do you think it caused 2020?
No, but it certainly, honestly, it probably prevented some bad things. Its existence changed something.
My game is really fucking suffering.
Nah,
Also, your
but
mic keeps popping in and out.
I don't know why, because it's not doing that on my end.
Okay, these are...
It might be your PC is having a stroke.
No, it has that whenever I'm not playing Minecraft.
Mm.
Like, the other day, whenever I was just vibing in VC with you and it did that. I don't know. I
But
don't know
but
technical shit.
genuinely, there's some actually beautiful terrains. Uh, there was one last one, right? And this is a personal favorite, right? Uh, just because of its liveries, right? And just
Hmm.
how beautiful it looks. For anyone uninitiated, right? Liveries are the paints, the paint jobs and the stickers and such and such, right? How it looks. Uh, there is one, right, called the Daylight, and I believe I've gushed it about it to you and Atris Tired.
I don't know. Every time you say train shit, my brain just kind of blanks out because I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay.
No offense, but like,
I'm taking offense to it now.
it, it's just like I don't know what's going on. You know? Like if you're in a
Yeah, no,
math
you're fine.
class and the teacher starts talking shit that's way ahead of the unit and you're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that's how I feel with you in trains. No offense.
You know, we started out with math, right, and I started moving on to quantum physics.
That literally just no, no, no. I was learning fucking like basic addition, and you and H just come at me with fucking like predictive engines.
But no, it's one of those things, right?
I say that
Uh,
like you've done that before.
huh?
You guys have. I've been talking about basic addition, and you guys have gone on to fucking predictive engines before.
You don't know what I get up to in DMs with Atris.
No, I was in a call and I was talking about how I suck at basic math, and then you two just went on to talk about predictive engines, and I was like, what the fuck?
Chief, I think I'm worse at basic math than you are. I genuinely think I am worse at basic math. I am 99% sure I have not, gone any further. No, no, no. I genuinely, I don't think I remember how to do math. I genuinely think I busted. In terms of like, it was, moon or bust. Yeah, no, I busted. It's gone. Chance gone.
Tired's gonna cause an extinction with all the eggs. Okay, listen. I walk near them and they hatch. Now, the reason why I did that over there was so that
Chief,
I
there's a movie called there's a movie
eh,
called what was it called? It's Aliens Covenant on why stepping near eggs in a foreign dimension is a bad idea. I would stop doing that if I were you. You're the reason that movie started.
no, I'm in peaceful right now. If
You
I
are
was
the
in
reason.
survival and I went near that, I'd get ambushed by like 500 velociraptors. So
Good.
I'm
You
clearing out
deserve
the
it.
area. It's like an immortal stepping on a bunch of landmines to clear an area. Like they just die and then they pop right back up. They step on the next one, die, pop right back up. Like that's what I was doing right there without all the death. I was just walking through to clear the area. So when I
So
come through
you're
here,
being cringe.
I'm not being okay. I might be a little bit, but
Oh crap! I forgot there was one more engine, right, that I forgot to mention as not a favorite, but certainly the most interesting thought I've ever seen. Right?
yeah,
You know the big cylinder, right, that steam engines have, the boiler,
yeah,
that makes up the front of the trains,
yeah.
right? Or the mid and end of trains, right? It I found one, right? I found a train in my from my YouTube recommendations that has a backwards cab.
Like it's in front of that thing,
Yes.
so you put the coal behind
No,
you.
no. Hmm.
Huh?
No, no. They basically, they they did even worse. They didn't just do that. They flipped the thing. They basically coupled it backwards and called it a day. It is apparently a frontward-facing cab locomotive,
Is that
and it is the
illegal?
most. It might as well be in my eyes.
You have
It
witnessed
is
heresy. Train heresy was Sora comic.
front-facing cab locomotive.
God, that should be a section on Lost Topic. Train heresy.
Hold on, I can get the image so you guys so you can see this because it is the most cursed ass engine I have ever seen. And the worst part is it's a Southern Pacific engine.
Which means what?
Sorry, I should preface this more, right? Uh it you know the big boy? It's that but backwards.
Ah,
It still has the two it still has the worst part is it still has the two set of wheels.
it's still
It still
large. It's just backwards.
exactly, it's just backwards. That's it. Here, I'll put it into the memes. The meme images
Because this thing is
of your
just
server.
this
It
thing
is
is
that bad.
it's basically just a meme at that point.
Yes. They did a wrong. Because the worst part is the pistons aren't even the right way around to, face it. They literally just redid the cab and then put it on backwards. That is all they did. And it hurts.
Does it work though?
I don't know.
You sure that isn't
I
just
assume so.
like a fucking like
I
uh
assume it does, otherwise it wouldn't have been made.
okay, all right. But there's things called like what's the fucking term? Like when a company does something stupid for clout, what's it called?
I don't even know if it was that. Which is the worst part about this. I think the even worse part is
It might be
I don't.
real.
Yeah, it might be real, but the no no no. The worst part is I don't know how it's supposed to drive. I can't see any way where this thing is efficient or good. All I see is problems.
God, that's just my family looking at me. I don't know how this thing is supposed to drive. All I see is problems.
Is it supposed to go forwards? Is it supposed to go backwards? What's the efficiency ratio? It doesn't exist. Okay, why didn't you just put it on right? It looks like they wanted to make a diesel locomotive window, but didn't know how to do it with a steam locomotive, and just did this and called it a day. I hate whoever designed this. I'm going to wake up one day and kill them. This person isn't gonna exist. I'm gonna erase them from history.
Fucking Thanos snap that motherfucker.
They don't deserve to exist. Why did they do this?
Actually, no.
This is like
They might
this
deserve
is
to
the worst thing
exist.
I found. This is the worst thing I found than the fact that the guy who named cars got like a $1 million bonus for coming up with a name.
No. They deserve to exist purely so that no one else has to deal with the burden of creating things like that.
No, because then it wouldn't have existed, period. There would have been no one dumb enough to recommend the idea.
Oh no, trust me. Humans are stupid. Someone would have come up with it
Humans are
eventually.
stupid, but if you kill the person who originally came up with the idea, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but someone else is just going to create something worse then.
Then you kill that person.
Sora, we're going to end up with a lot of dead bodies.
I don't care. I am sparing the universe here. It's for the greater good.
Is that my
By the
fucking
way,
character's
have
death
fun
audio?
dying.
Do you hear my character's death audio? Hold on.
Mm.
Options, basic and sounds. Why do I sound like a cat?
Poggers.
Oh, it's the shoes. Creepers avoid the wearer.
I don't even know how the controls are supposed to look.
They deserve to exist so Sora can beat them up.
Wait, hold on. I just found a WikiHow article on how to drive a steam locomotive.
Wait.
Hold up,
Sora?
hold up. I'm gonna learn how to do this now.
Sora?
I got it. Yeah, I have an idea.
Travel to your local shunt yard and start committing crime.
Oh.
Is it easy?
Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Bob. Sora's suffering about trains.
What is train sick?
No, Sora found a train that should not exist, and she's
Oh, is it like too good?
no, it's like
No,
cursed to
horrible.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Also, she's also found a documentation on how to drive steam trains, and that is why she's currently slightly quiet.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, Sora is preparing to commit crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 11 of driving a train. Do not exceed the speed limit.
Is there a speed limit with trains?
Duh, they're not bolted to the ground.
No, I mean like, is there an illegal speed for trains?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Well,
kind
the illegal part about it is that you die if you derail. I don't know if you know this, but if you fall over in like a steam train, there's fire. And, the boiler is damaged and will probably go boom. Or, if you're in a diesel locomotive, you just crashed your car.
Huh.
Congratulations, dumbass.
No, I mean
Now
like.
you're going to blow up. Not calling you a dumbass.
Okay, I know, but I lost track of what I was saying before you went off on that.
Okay, rails, right?
Yeah.
The reason that there's a speed limit is because if you go too fast, right?
Uh-huh.
Fun fact, the laws of physics still apply to you.
Yeah.
So if, you're going too fast, eventually you'll start, lifting. Say you go a corner, right? Going too fast.
Okay, that's
Which is the
obvious,
main
but
the main reason why speed limits exist. But the other reason is so that you don't run over, 16 children on your way to the coal mines.
you. I have a feeling that Tavern Sora does not obey the speed limit.
No, I do not. Because guess what? I own the railways, I make the speed limits, and guess what? I don't like speed limits. They're cringe and unfair. Also, they give me seeing signs, on the side of the rails that say uh, like 20 miles per hour lower than what I was going is frightening.
Huh.
Listen, I've played too much Derail Valley. I've heard the sound of me, flying off the tracks one too many times.
Magnetic train.
That's a good idea. I should write that down. Also, Clover says potatoes.
Oh, Bob is quiet.
Potato is quiet.
Okay, his icon does look like a potato, though.
Listen. No. It's worse for me, right? Because I have a brother who loves Plants vs. Zombies, right? So that icon should be very recognizable for me. It's
And
the
yet.
damn walnut.
Yeah, it is.
And yet here I am. Potato.
Great job, Sora.
I'm genius.
The reason because I like potatoes, so because of me, you thought, oh, it's a potato, but and then you realized, oh no, it's a plant.
I
it's
was
a walnut.
wrong on so many. There was nothing right about what I said.
You said potatoes too. You see
Potato
what?
man. Potato man. The
Potato.
potato priest over here needs his volume upped.
Yeah,
I
no.
handled it. I handled it.
Good. Congratulate, you did it. You're awesome. You did it. Congratulations.
You have turned the
Congratulations.
volume
You're
up.
so cool. You turned up their volume. Congratulate. You're so pog. Oh my god. Just oh my god.
Can
I
we
just
get a
don't know how
Nobel
to handle
Prize in here?
compliments.
Can we get a
Huh?
Nobel Prize?
Huh?
I don't know how to handle compliments. I don't know if that's a
No,
compliment
don't
or
worry.
sarcasm.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
No worries.
No, they are compliments and stuff, but they are passive aggressive compliments.
Okay, those I can handle.
Get a Nobel Prize in here, come on.
I'm aggressive with my friendliness. It's my new thing. Every stream that I visit, right, I adopt a new personality to annoy you with. Today is the passively aggressive compliment person. I'm really nice to you, but I'm also very passive aggressive, so you don't know if it's sarcasm if I actually just really hate you.
I'll assume the first.
Oh, really? You are? That's cool.
Quad polder.
That's really cool. You're so good at guessing. You want to guess again? You know, you just seem to be so good at it, you know.
Hmm?
Among Us.
Pum, 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 pum.
Didn't you write in the containment unit that that's a blocked term?
Wait. Well, I'm not in the containment unit.
I realize that, but
I'm not in the containment unit. I
You can't
left. I'm on a
contain.
bender. They they told me, Sora, you need to stay in the containment unit. It's not safe. It's just like, piss off. I'm getting a drink. They tried to tase me, but ended up missing, and they tased the two guards at the front gate, and that was an interesting sight, you know. So while they were distracted, I kicked one of the guys in the balls and left.
Hmm.
I can guarantee you one thing: one of those guys ain't having kids, and it isn't one I kicked.
Today I'm doing blood magic. Again.
Today
Nice.
I'm doing your mom. Again.
Today I am doing.
Wow, being
The menu.
active?
Damn, bro, for real? God damn, I couldn't be me. Ah, damn it.
Today I am going to do crime.
Today I'm going to do crack. Wait, no, that's not new.
How do I make this machine?
What if there was something the opposite of crack, and it's called mend?
I think that's a D&D spell.
It is.
Right.
It's the opposite of mend. If crack is the opposite of mend, what is the opposite of mend?
Crack?
Answer me, damn it!
What?
I did.
Ha is not an answer!
Well, I said, okay, you said, what's the crack is the opposite of mend, and then I said mend is the opposite of crack.
But no, huh?
I'm so confused.
We're all confused. I don't think any of us are functional human beings.
I haven't recovered spiritually from the front-facing cab train. I don't think I ever will.
Right.
Oh yeah, I accidentally started bleeding again.
Just now?
No. Like I was taking a shower, right?
Mm.
And randomly, right, I was just taking a shower, you know, washing my hair and all that stuff, and you know, I look down. Oh, there's blood. Huh. You know, which was either me bleeding or the start of a really, really, really shitty horror movie.
Hmm.
I'm not really one to say, but you know, whatever whispers were there, you know, I couldn't hear it over the sound of me going "ow, ow, 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 ow" over the scalding hot water. How to avoid horror movie 101: just make the water too hot. You cannot be freaked out or be in a horror situation if you're literally going "ow, ow, 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 ow" every 3 seconds. You ruin the scene. That's the perfect way to avoid horror movie, like, you know, traps, right? Just make the scene too awkward so you literally wouldn't be in a horror movie. Oh, you think you're, you know, being chased, right? Just start humming a pop song and dancing to it, right?
So
You know,
you start
you're
running
down.
from a monster, just kiss him.
You know, you're downstairs, right? All the lights go out suddenly. You know, just start busting a move, start singing Katy Perry. It works.
It
Look,
works.
Don't even like shaky voice it. Just straight up, you know, sing your heart out. You know,
you start having
break your
sleep
voice doing it.
paralysis, and there's like a monster in the corner. You start singing Katy Perry, and he starts dancing.
Just have
Yeah,
a vibe.
you
Just vibe
gotta
out. Just vibe out with the monster.
exactly. No,
Uh-huh.
exactly. You have to change the genre. You have to subvert the genre before it becomes horror. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just, you gotta. If you're the victim, you get to change the vibe. Your life solely depends on whether or not you can see him. If you can make the scene not a death scene, that would make a really good horror movie. I just write that down because I have a feeling some other people do that as well, and I want to freak them the hell out.
That's Carly Rae Jepsen, not Katy Perry.
I know. Sorry, no, I know. I just watched a video, right? Literally right after we were done of So Call Me Maybe, right? Synced to This Is America.
Oh no.
It works too well. I need help.
Well, there's only so many BPMs in the world. Like you.
Okay, yes, but it eerily fits. Like, horrifyingly eerily fits. Like, I feel the choreographer literally was listening to it while they were to figure it out. Is it choreographer?
No, those are the people that handle dancing.
Yeah, yeah. That is it. What I'm thinking.
Composer would be the person who wrote the song.
I know. I'm not talking about the person who wrote the song. I'm talking about the person who made the music video. I know that the actual song, right, is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the music video and the way it is structured fits it way too well.
Isn't the
Just way
composer
too.
is the one who make like who like actually plays the music, and then like there's
No,
like
no,
an
that's
actual writer.
the conductor directs the music. Choreographer directs the fucking music video.
Mm-hmm.
Composer writes the music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this has just reminded me. Okay, so way back when it released, my family had a Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
right? We got it for
Uh-huh.
Christmas.
Oh no.
We had this karaoke game, and there were only two songs, right, that I knew my family played. Call Me Maybe, right? Is it called Call Me Maybe?
Yeah.
Or am I being stupid? Okay.
I am in
And
pain. I just deleted an entire tank full of blood.
I see.
and now it's at like minimum capacity. Why must you be like this?
There were only 2 songs worth playing in it, at least at that time, right? Call Me Maybe and Power of Love. It hurts because I have it ingrained in my memory of like a week, right? Like a week of time.
Mm-hmm.
A week's worth of time of memories of me singing in that game, and I don't want to remember it anymore, but my brain will not let me forget it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, and there was also Party Rockers.
In the house tonight.
I'm gonna zone out for a second
Okay.
while I do blood
All
magic.
right.
No, you're not allowed to. You're going to zone in now.
No.
Zone in! No choice. What the hell? Oh. What the hell? Oh, shit.
What?
I just found. What the hell? I'm gonna look at that in a second. I just remembered that I have a game I have to play whenever it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
There's this there there is this very specific thing, right? There's this very specific game. It's an old game, right? We're talking classic YouTube game. That I've been meaning to play. And I'm not saying its name because 1, I know Tired wouldn't know it, and 2, I'm not in the mood to explain what it is. But
You just say
it's
the
this.
name just so I can. Maybe I know.
No.
Oh, okay.
Cry about it.
I'm not.
I'm gonna cry because I just sorted my inventory.
Ah! Wait. No!
Hmm?
Accidentally.
Wait, yeah, no, wait, no, sort your inventory.
I did, and it took like I
Sort
always
it
have things in
more.
the corner. I always have things in the corner.
Is it the button that
Sort
like
it again.
presses and like makes it sorted?
Yeah, like it aligns it vertical. It aligns it horizontally instead of vertically, like I like it. And it was just.
Oh
Sort it again. Do it. Clean
no!
your inventory.
Don't do it.
Clean your inventory, Tired.
No! Don't do it.
This is what you get. Clean
Whatever
your
you do, don't
inventory.
clear your inventory.
Clean it.
No, don't do it.
Uh...
What?
Clean it and I'll exchange a really cute photo of a dragon.
Lena, and I'm not gonna do anything.
But
This is a threat.
this is a threat. Clean your inventory or I won't do anything. Tired?
Hmm?
You tuned out, didn't you?
Oh yeah, hard.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna snort crack through eggshells.
Why?
I
There
mean,
you
I
go.
don't see why not.
There you go. Brought you back to the
No,
conversation.
no,
Sort
no, no,
your
no, no, no. Like I was already there. I was just wondering what the fuck you're on about.
fully bring you back to the conversation. Sort your inventory, and I'll send you a cute photo of this dragon I found.
Probably.
Don't sort your inventory or I won't do anything. This is a threat.
Okay. I got this. I got this. I got this.
What?
There
Sorry.
you go.
Uh.
Alright. Offers expired. No cute dragons.
What did she not sort her inventory?
Oh, no, I'm focusing on blood magic right now. Give me a bit.
Okay.
Didn't
No,
mean to
I'm
sound
saying that you
aggressive.
don't sort your inventory.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
then good.
The offer has expired.
There we
Now,
go.
excuse me, I've got an eggshell filled with crack cocaine with my name on it.
I need to get something else.
Ah?
I was just
There we go.
concerned.
Continue being concerned. It won't help you.
I realize that, which is why I'm a little bit sad.
Oh. Maybe it'll help. Maybe.
I don't know.
I did it. Now I have Tiny Sora on the pillow.
But you had
Yes.
Tiny Sora on the pillow?
Yes.
Ah?
Now everyone is here on the
What?
pillow.
What?
Well, everyone needs to be see for everyone to be there. Just look at my tree.
What the hell? Bob, we're gonna have to talk after this.
What?
We're gonna have to talk.
Why? Look, I have everyone like Sora, Atris,
I'm
last
aware.
night, and Tired, Pixel, the Jar, Mac.
I need to speak to you. Come with me to VC2.
All right.
I'm confused what just happened. I don't know what's going on. They left and they're talking about something and I don't know what they're talking about and I hope I'm not in trouble. Hope no one's in trouble. Oh, I don't even need to open that. Oh, that's already filled. Okay. So Clover, how's your day been? I don't know what they're doing in there. But I am currently doing evil blood magic. Alright. How do I make a bowl of promises? Okay. How to make this? Okay. Tier 0. This for a promise of tenacity. Wait. Tier 0. Okay. How long is that gonna take? 50 seconds, so I'll be back in a minute. Quite literally. My day's been good. How about you? I'm vibing. I'm currently doing blood magic, so you know my mood's good.
Tired.
Ruined now. We are here.
Welcome
Tired.
back. Is everything okay?
Me and Bob
Yeah,
had a
everything's
long
good.
discussion about your behavior. Your severe lack of doing crack cocaine is a severe issue, and you need to get through this with us.
Exactly. I'm going to
Now
send you to the crack principal.
we have some crack cocaine here, and you can if you want to start, you know, you can. Otherwise, we're gonna have to have a very severe talk about your behavior.
Black tar heroin, I have that.
I'm used to being yelled at. No.
Why
Oh,
not?
okay. Do you want black tar heroin instead?
Yeah, heroin.
Can we talk about this on Twitch?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Why
sure.
wouldn't we be able to? Peer pressure.
Do you
No.
want
This isn't peer pressure. This isn't peer pressure.
This
do you
is
want
me
That's not what
Cheeto
this is.
exercising
dust?
my right to doing this. I hit the deafen button. Sora, save the energy for your stream, okay? We don't pull that shit here. Understood? I know you're in chat, Sora. I can see you at the corner of my eye. Please do not snort Cheeto dust. That's almost worse than drugs. Almost worse. Almost. Blood magic's fine. Blood magic isn't illegal. I'll make it tier 1. Okay. Need an iron promise. And a spider eye. Could I have a stern talking to you later, service. Sora, I think you forget something very important. I'm used to being yelled at. I can filter it out. Why is this taking so long? It's 25 seconds. Oh. Oh, you're shitting me. Really? Oh, what? We're good? Okay, fine. 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 Okay. Let's do one more gem, hopefully. Hopefully, that'll let the bucket go in. Okay, alright. Now we're good, right? Yes, now we're good. Okay, Sora, Bob, are you ready to behave so I can undeafen? This is gonna take 10,000. promise of tenacity. There we go. Trying to do content designs, can't make one I like. Yeah, angry. That's always an issue. One tip I have is one of the first ways that I designed Xeno was that I just took a scribble and kind of elaborated on it. And if you have ideas about what design you want, then that's good. You're already one step ahead of the game. What, 10,000 out of 40,000? What does it mean? Oh. Oh, I see. Alright. The promise of tenacity allows for a larger capacity. Huh, that rhymes. This requires 5,000? Right. Concept for a character. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and undeafen. I'm gonna regret this.
They're dope. They go really fast.
Penis shit fart. Welcome
They
back.
they go really fast.
And they come so hard they sharted.
What?
Features, this is live!
Oh shit!
You
I'll deafen so you guys can go back to whatever the fuck conversation you were having before. I don't know what the fuck I just walked in on. I don't know what the fuck I just walked in on. I feel bad for him. I'll just go back to my evil blood magic and let you guys do whatever the fuck y'all were on about. Go back. Alright, at least warn him that I'm undeafening now. Alright?
Go back!
What the fuck?
No, it was nothing.
Okay, welcome back. Okay.
Moving swiftly along.
Clipped.
I'm not gonna live that down, am I?
Aegis, you're really quiet.
Good.
Okay.
I'm also, like, if you
Alright.
hear my mic quality being weird, it's because I'm holding my face in my hands.
Oh my god. You might never live it down, but that honestly I think was the best bit that's ever happened unintentionally. You don't even know. It was the most accidentally beautiful bit you've ever done.
Better than the same energy.
You said something and I said something coincidental, alright?
Anyways, Bob, I'm fine with you streaming.
Okay, thank you.
Is this the Mafia? Do we need consent to stream now?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make sure not to ask them.
I just committed a murder.
God. Good. Cool. Do it again.
If another one respawns. Are you still losing your shit over that?
Yes! Because not even I was expecting it.
Yeah, no, like, Jesus.
Comedy, the expectation of the subversion of expectations. And my goodness, that subverted all expectations.
Alright, I realized why you were really quiet,
Oh,
Atris. I had your volume down for some reason.
If it was
I
Sarah who
need to go
said
back.
that,
Listen. I started it, right, by responding
Yeah.
how I respond to all bots in my channel now as the reason of why they're getting banned, right?
Mhm.
I did not expect what came after.
Yeah. Okay, Clover says she couldn't hear Atris that well, so okay, it's all fine.
I'll be taking that clip, thank you very much.
They couldn't
I
hear what
will
I
be
said.
rewatching
They
it.
couldn't hear what I said, but it'll be immortalized in your souls forever.
Oh no, not really.
You may have not heard it, but it lives on in your memories unintentionally.
I
Also,
mean,
I think I just had a voice
could
crack.
be persuaded to say it again.
How
I mean,
much?
at that point we expect it, don't we?
How much?
Hmm?
How much money do I need to pay? I have $1.11.
Why would I charge you? This stuff is
That's
priceless.
a bribery, not
God damn it.
persuasion.
Listen,
you're right.
I am going to need moral support.
I will delete. I will delete the clip on my PC of you saying poggers.
Oh, okay. Is Tired still muted?
I'm gonna be
No, they're
muted, but
back.
not deafened.
Oh dear.
Send it to me so I
Nah.
can say that back.
All right, so say what you said before I said.
I don't. I
I'm just gonna let them.
being
I'm
a
just gonna let
shit
them do their
fart.
thing. I
They
can't hear
came
anything right
so
now because I
hard
turned down
they
the volume on my headset.
sharted.
But I'm
No,
gonna
wait,
let
no,
them
that
do their
wasn't
thing.
it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. It was penis shit fuck. There we go.
They came so hard they charted. Fuck.
Got there in the end.
Eh.
Yeah, no.
Tired, you're fine now.
Okay.
I was smiling too hard.
I don't think anyone could. I don't think anyone
way,
could
Tired
follow
wasn't
back up that
deafened.
joke again with a
By the
straight
Yeah, I
way-
know.
face.
It's just fucking damn
No,
it.
but
I don't know what's
Tired
going
wasn't
on.
deafened.
Yeah, no, they're muted. Tired?
Oh.
Let me know when it's over.
Tired? Me not doing me doing crack and me not doing crack
Chat, I am
completely
so
relies on
sorry
you
to subject
unmuting
you
or
all to
muting.
this. I don't know
I'll
what's
leave it
going
up to
on.
you which one
I
that'll
am
be.
currently like
Can't answer? Okay, I'm deciding
I have
for
my
you. I'm doing
headset volume
crack.
at 0.
I didn't realize
Right.
you were an ass man so much.
I am
Ah!
muted in Discord. I can't hear shit.
You doing
I
crack?
don't know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on.
Oh, shut up!
No.
But they're doing something.
Fucking hick. God damn it. Alright, I'm doing meth instead. Fine. Ow. Actually, no, I think I'll be doing a peanut butter granola bar. Yes, tired, we've been done. What did you do, like run off? Oh. Go. Earth to crackhead, you there?
Huh?
Not you.
May as
Well,
well
actually,
be.
no. Fair enough, you. Oh, wait, tired's a lich. Bonehead!
Are they done yet? I can't hear them. Oh, let me turn up my volume again.
I like that. I like that so much. Xena's the bonehead.
I returned to what
Oh.
now?
You're the bonehead. You're a lich.
Yeah.
Okay, I had the volume on my headset down at 0 while y'all were doing whatever the fuck it was that y'all were doing.
Yeah.
Rude.
What? What?
We
But-
tried to get your attention.
Yeah, because I have my audio down. I was just letting y'all do whatever the fuck you wanted right there.
Listen, if I'm a cog sucker, all right.
And there's the audio down again.
No.
No, cog as in sprocket. Gosh dang it.
So difficult.
Why? Why are my friends like this? It's not even 8 a.m. when I happen to do this. Why am I the reasonable one? Why am I the reasonable one? How did this sequence of events happen? How am I reasonable? Chat, do you know? Do you know what happened? What the fuck is going on? Right. I genuinely don't know how to continue stream from here. Like, what do I do? My brain is shutting off? I'm like really out of it.
It's certainly interesting still. You know, I can't wait to play more of it.
What the fuck is going on? Like, I have actually, like, you guys actively short-circuited my brain.
Again?
Good. Welcome.
No,
We
like,
need to we need to fix that. We need to go into your head and uncross some wires.
oh, well, now that I'm back, I'm, like, slowly recovering, but, like, all the times I've turned down my audio, or muted, or deafened, was my brain breaking and me trying to take a break so that I didn't have, like stepping away from it all, just to,
You
like,
need to
not explode.
you need to build a tolerance to it at this point.
Or, you
You
know.
need to desensitize yourself to the words that come out of our mouths.
The thing is,
It's not
y'all are
always
so
an option.
unpredictable, I don't know what you're ever going to say.
Aw, thank you.
It's like being friends with a roulette wheel.
Aw, thanks. Means a
Like
lot.
being friends with with the embodiment of the game that comes from Russia and has to deal with
You
roulette.
can literally can you not say Russian roulette on Twitch?
I didn't.
No, you can say Russian roulette on Twitch.
I was just wondering why you were dancing around the terminology.
I tend to dance around the terminology with things, right? Because I don't know if you want to talk about that kind of stuff, in specific, you know.
Sometimes what you say is more impactful if you don't actually say the word.
Yeah. But generally, right? Whenever I'm on your stream, I know that I can be much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are rare moments where I will try and tone back. Rare.
Rare moments.
Yeah. Especially with more serious topics that I know can be triggering.
I can handle that
Except
shit.
drugs. Except drugs.
You see, I can handle serious shit. It's whenever you guys start shitposting that my brain just turns off.
I see.
Because I don't know how to handle that. I am, like... I have been trained to handle coherent professional conversations. Whatever the fuck I walked in on earlier was not that.
Mhm.
So
It's a very professional conversation. Don't worry about it.
it
Bullshit.
kind of was. It kind of was. This is, we were trying to figure out, what each of our respective insults would be.
What is mine again?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Because tired's the
jar.
bonehead.
I know. I
The
think the
jar.
threat for you is the Ziploc bag.
It's not a. It's not that. There's the thing. That's a threat, not an insult. It's insulting that you would think I, wouldn't eat your hand off if you even tried.
There you go. Oh,
But it's not really a proper insult. It just feels like you. It feels that you don't realize that you would never ever get me to be in a Ziploc bag.
Pineapple.
But nonetheless, just genuinely, I am really curious what my insult would be. Because we have Spooky Bitch, Coghead, Bonehead. What was it? What else was there?
It wasn't Coghead, it was
Oh yeah. It was Cogsucker.
I thought of one, but I
Uh,
don't want to say it.
Oh
Don't worry
no!
Don't
Oh
worry
damn
about it.
it! Oh
Wait.
damn it!
It's
What is
definitely
it?
something that Apollo would say, though. So you can
What
you
is
can
it?
get it from that.
Oh fuck!
I'm so confused. What is it? Ambi, what was it?
I
Hey
didn't say,
Chris,
I didn't say anything.
I thought of one. I thought of one. I'm a color inverted cum stain.
your hatred.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I'm telling you, that's something that Apollo would say.
What the fuck is going on right now? I am like.
Everything.
A little bit of everything, all of the time. A little bit of
Once again,
everything,
it's like being
all of
friends
the
with the
time.
roulette wheel. I swear.
Applebee's, a
I
gravity,
can't.
anything, everything, all of the
Is
time.
I mean, is that a bad thing?
Is it
It'll
a
keep
bad
things
thing?
interesting.
I have taken off my
God.
headset.
I thought of a perfect one. DIY slime.
I have taken off my headset and I am stepping back and grabbing a bagel. I will be back to deal with you idiots in a moment.
Oh. I wanted to
Yeah,
see if I
well,
could yell loud enough so that they could hear me through their headphones, but I guess not.
wait.
Sag. So anyways, guys. They're unmuted right now.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I
So,
started
I
blasting.
took off my fucking headset. I'll be back in a moment. I'm grabbing a bagel.
We heard.
Hi, okay. Okay, so now that they're gone, let's have some real discussions, right?
Look at VC text
Okay.
real quick.
Let's have some real discussions, some real professional ones. Like, what the hell, happened to the train industry?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore.
Specifically, right? I want to talk about diesel trains. What the hell's going on with them? They're. Have you seen the videos, right, of the diesel trains going down the rails, right? With just this massive explosion of fire going out of their exhaust pipes.
I think it's the fact that basically America was built on cars.
Uh-huh. Oh, speaking
Or rather,
of, oh my god.
yeah.
Sorry. Speaking of cars, right? I have to talk about it now because I will forget about it. Right? There was this video, right? I was watching the meme video, right? With a friend, and there was this bit, right, where it was just this guy saying, "Guys, just one more lane, and it'll fix the car jam, and it'll fix the traffic problem. Just trust me, just one more car, one more lane, one more highway." But come on, guys, please. You don't want. Come on, just one more lane. It'll fix it. You know what would
Rexy,
fix it?
tired staff.
Trains.
Hi, Rexy. How
That
is
was
your
the
day?
entire punchline of the video, and it hurt me inside because I knew it would never happen. It hurts. I just want train. As much as I hate, electric trains and diesel trains, just give me train, please. I want to hear the funny locomotive chugging past my house again. It may have woke me up at like 3 a.m. and 3 a.m. and pissed me off really bad as a kid. I want train, please. Let me see funny track.
No funny. Oh, no funny, only bad.
Sucks. I've only been on like 3 trains in my entire life, and I hate it.
You don't
There's
like
this,
trains that much.
huh?
You just said that you've been on 3 trains and you didn't like it.
No. I don't like that I've only been on 3 trains in my life. I
You
want
gotta
to
be
go on more.
a little more specific then.
There are no more trains in my area. There are no trains in my area. None. Zilch. There are the
No
diesel
hot
trains that,
single train. No
there,
hot
there,
trains
there,
in your area.
It is
there are
interesting
no hot
how
single trains.
it is interesting how we send trucks everywhere, but we have these really nice rail lines that span the entire fucking country.
But we don't use
That would
them
be
because they're
well,
cringe,
no, we
apparently.
do. We
We
do.
barely
At
use
least
them.
where I am.
We do not use them to their full potentials.
Aren't trucks more fuel efficient?
Huh?
Aren't trucks more fuel efficient?
I don't
they?
think they are actually. Like in terms of like cost per
Yeah.
mile.
I feel like there's also the issue, right, of them being a lot more susceptible to issues. Because trucks, roads, you are hereby susceptible to the American road network.
Never
Ready to
mind.
die.
I was wrong. On average, railroads are 3 to 4 times more fuel efficient than trucks. That means moving
Holy.
right by rail instead of truck lowers greenhouse gas emissions by up to 75% on average.
Damn it, Clover, Lucky, god. There's one train.
There's no trains where I am. I mean, there's one I've seen before.
I've been actually thinking about it, right? Speaking of trains, I've been thinking about dipping my toes into model railroads.
Oh.
I remember, like, as a kid, right? My I can't remember who it was, but someone in my family, right, would always take me to like this shop, right, that sold old antique things, and they had this cool ass steam train layout that spanned the whole store, right? And they had this little like landscape as well that it sat at the most before taking the journey around the whole store. It was so cool, and I really wanted it, and I was always told no. No. I think the most train toy, like the only train toy I've ever had in my life, right? Like proper train, and not, oh yeah, the itty the the really crappy goddamn, what is it? Like a proper like train kind of train toy, right? Where you could actually make trains and stuff and rails.
Yeah.
In my entire life was the wooden Thomas the Tank Engine ones. It never went further than that because they literally would never buy anything. They would never buy anything else. All of those trains are somewhere in a bin in my house, and I want to find them desperately.
Alright, I'm gonna start streaming now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Well, no, I'm not going. I'm staying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just want some trains, man. I want some trains in my area. I want to ride one again.
Edge.
I think there are the 3 instances, right? Was Disneyland. Uh there was one that I had to take, right? For a trip I had, my family and I had to a city, like a really big city near us. All right. And I think there was one instance, right? There was one small instance where I think my family went to an event, right? And there was a beautiful steam engine. I can barely remember it, but I remember seeing the front of it and just being in awe. It was massive.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could see it again and remember what it was. But alas, I it just sucks. It's garbage.
Scurvy train.
Oh, yeah, I heard you come back. I know you're back.
What?
You skeleton bagel eater.
What?
And bagel eater.
Atris, you fucking traitor.
What?
What?
Did you not see the DM I sent you?
What? Oh,
Huh?
you sent me something. I never. What? You said you were going to go get a bagel.
I know, I came back and I have a bagel right now. That's why I'm not
Oh,
talking.
okay, so why am I? How am I? How am I the? I'm confused.
Like 3 minutes ago, I said I'm here, but don't tell them because I'm eating a bagel.
Okay, but I didn't tell them.
Okay, Sora, how the fuck did you find out?
Because I heard you come back.
Yeah, we
I heard
a
your mic.
noise.
I
We
heard
heard-
you approaching the mic. I just didn't decide to, speak. I just kind of went on because I was talking about my own story at the
It is the
moment.
weirdest thing.
I heard it too,
think-
but I didn't think.
Oh.
Also, I'm
I-
returning
okay.
to the bagel. You guys have fun.
My chief. I don't. Okay, I want to talk about this because it's actually an interesting thing, right? I think I've talked about it before. I was on a Minecraft server, right? And I became a staff member of it, right? And the server owner had it set up, right? Because it was a small server. The server owner had it set up so that when he joined, it wouldn't give a join message. So no one would know.
Clever.
But if I was on, everyone would know.
Oh. What?
Because I am one of those people, right, who knows when people arrive. I know. I can, unless there is no sign, there's no sign, period. There's nothing that I could find, right? Because I actively, right? I have this active hearing thing, right? If someone's gone, right, and comes back, if they make a sound, I will hear it and know they're back.
Yeah,
If-
I heard.
And here was the thing with the server owner, right? When they were on, I knew. Because, right, I am one of those people, right, who whenever they stop moving for a split second, right, to reorient themselves, holds tab. So I know who's on the server and when. So anytime I saw them appear in the player list, I made sure to point it out to be funny.
Oh no.
I was the greatest nuisance on that server.
You were a troll.
I was the most non-troll there was. Because trust me, if he didn't want to be seen, there was a way. He just doesn't announce when he arrives. He doesn't announce when he arrives, but if he doesn't want to be seen, he'll be in Vanish. So you can't see him on the player list, even if I was a mod. So if he ever like logged on and did that, right? I would just be like, "Hey, owner." It was genuinely, I prided myself on the fact that I knew whenever people joined at that point. Nothing ended up slipping past me when it came for people joining when I was online. Which I find funny because after I resigned from being a mod and, they never removed my mod, right? I still did it and nothing happened. It was only until I pointed it out to them that they finally removed my mod. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I think I know what you mean because I heard a noise too, but I think did much of it. But like if on the PS4 where I have my friends in a party, usually I can hear them putting on the mic, so I'm like say hi before they even say like a word.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Am I one of the only people who's like startled you, Sora, by coming back?
Huh? What?
It doesn't matter.
No, genuine. I couldn't hear what you said. I had pulled up Bob's stream, and
Does
you
not
were
matter.
playing over.
Bob, what are you streaming?
I'm League, but streaming League.
Huh?
I'm
Shower.
streaming League.
Ah,
Yes.
Shower.
the saltiest of games.
Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. No sympathy. Oh, what a coke.
Well, well.
Oh, the misery.
I'm bored. I'm gonna pull out my secret stick of fun things that allows me to do funny things. And I'm gonna play I'm gonna roll the roulette wheel of the funny things I can do before I get too bored. Let's see here.
Have you ever considered playing PlanetSide 2?
Was it Atris?
I
Did you
tried it
say
once.
Atris? Didn't you say one of your childhood games was Rise of Nations? Is that what
Rise
it's
of
called?
Legends.
Rise of Legends. Oh, never
Rise of
mind.
Nations, no.
Cause that's a game I have on. Like I thought that was the game for a second.
Rise of Nations was. Rise of
No.
Nations was actually a series. Rise of Nations, Rise of Legends is technically Rise of Legends' full name.
Oh, I see.
Now, League of Legends, oh my gosh, I got so confused when people were just like, yeah, I play League of Legends, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you played that old game too? And they're like, old?
Yeah, no,
And I
I
show
see.
them what I'm talking about, they're just like, that's cool, but we're talking about League of Legends, not Rise of Legends. And I'm like,
He's dead.
oh,
Boom.
Bra
oh.
momento.
Bro momento. But yeah, no. So like it's like a series, like Rise of Nations and then Rise of Legends.
So sort of like how Halo is a series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
okay.
Rise of Nations, comma, Rise
It's
of
like one of the
Legends.
games. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Hear
Okay.
me. I've activated my secret power.
Being a robot, I'm missing all the C's.
Jerry.
I return. What happened?
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back. It would seem that I have infected Sora with some sort of nanocyte.
I did
No, she was
robot
like
crack.
this. She was like this a couple of days ago.
Ow.
They kind of sound like the B-1 battle droids from Star Wars.
Sora, say Roger Roger right quick.
Oh,
She muted
this
herself. No.
why.
Penis. Okay, I'm good.
Are you okay?
No. No, not really.
Was it
I'm
something I
doing.
said?
Huh?
Was it something I
No.
said?
No. No.
Was it something
No.
Atris said?
No. 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 No.
Hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna
Bruh.
win this game. Hmm.
Are you sure you're okay?
No. I need a Coke.
What kind?
Okay. What else would he talk about? Come
What?
on. Cocaine is
The
illegal.
off-brand kind. The one that's so off-brand it's actually Mountain Dew.
Hmm.
Ow.
Are you sure you're okay?
No, I already said.
May have caught my
Here,
disease.
have some Sprite. Have some Sprite.
I have breathing problems. If I breathe too much, I cough.
Look, look,
Huh, that
Usage
sounds
of
very
oxygen.
familiar. That
Ow.
sounds very familiar.
Oh. Oh. Really now? You don't say.
What the fuck?
Mr. Roboto.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Inner
Domo.
peace.
Domo arigato, Mr.
Among Us.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Among Us, he said.
She.
I mean, she said, fuck.
Fungus.
Never, I'm so sorry.
Would. Hold on. For myconoids, right?
Yeah, I am.
For myconoids, is fungus a slur?
What?
What?
Is fungus a slur? For myconoids.
No, I don't think so.
I'm asking
Yeah, no,
the real questions now.
I don't really know. Don't think
These
Oh
so.
are the
no,
real
Sora, do
questions.
not
You
check
need
chat.
answers?
Do not check chat.
Who?
Among
What the fuck? I need to turn down your fucking audio.
Yeah, no. Jesus. Ooh.
Great job, Clover, you broke her. This is like what happens whenever you put a magnet too close to a kid's toy.
Are they?
What?
Clover says that, leaves, and leaves us to deal with the consequence.
Refuses to elaborate further. Goodbye. That's that.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Greatness is going on.
One
I
word.
knew you'd like it. I'm
One
pulling
word.
out all the stop. 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 Problem.exe has stopped responding. Would you
You
like
had
to
an
close the program?
You had an executable file called problem.
Would you like to close the program?
Honestly, though, like, naming a program
you like to
problem if
close
it
the
causes
program?
problems sounds like something I would do.
Would you like to close the 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 program?
No, I will open. Let's see here. Potato. TXE.
Warning.
It
Does
might.
not exist.
Oh yes, it does. You see, I have this USB drive.
Oh no.
Do not.
Oh
do
no.
Not, do not. Do not. Do not. Do not.
Yeah,
Do
let's
not.
just put it here.
Any
There we go.
self-deletion.
God God damn it, Bob! You gave her a virus.
What? It's a potato and a USB
Is
drive.
it literally just a fucking PNG of a potato?
Yes. What else do you think it would be?
I don't know, JPEG.
PNGs are superior.
Thank you, someone who finally agrees.
Huh?
Of course I agree. PNGs are the only ones who are transparent. JPEGs aren't transparent. That's why PNGs are 10 times better. Because they always have white backgrounds.
Are you okay, Atris? Did you ever get sleep after yesterday?
I did,
That
and
sucks.
I was correct.
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
I woke up and
In the
things
worst
weren't
mood.
happy.
Ah. I am so sorry that you have to deal with my bullshit.
Your bullshit is distracting. That's good.
Rebooting Sora
Blonk.
EXE. Would you like to reinstall?
Did you
I
delete
would like.
Windows?
Would you like to reinstall?
No, they uninstalled Door.
Answer
Hey, wait.
received. Uninstalling.
Alright. I'm...
Un, 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 un,
Alright.
This is some Moonbase Alpha shit.
Yeah, no. I...
What?
This is some Moonbase Alpha shit.
What?
You don't know what that is?
No?
Oh, it's a space game that has text-to-speech, and it's really cool.
uninstall.
This Yon really wants to kill me. He not good gamer though. He poo poo. Alright, come on.
Are you streaming right now, Bob?
Yes, I am
Okay.
streaming. I'm playing League.
Ah.
Yes, and there's like I'm fighting a really poop guy. He's not good at the game, sadly.
Alright, I think it's about time to cut the bit.
No. Damn it.
I did not know this
I
cavern
was
was
so
here.
close to greatness.
Greatness?
Yes.
Do you think any of us are ever getting anywhere close to greatness?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
You will all be awesome. You are poggers.
we have a sentient cyborg in the VC.
Yeah.
I feel like Birdley is suffering some .exe errors.
I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore.
That's it. I'm dying.
Is that Pokemon music?
No,
I
that's
will
Undertale
kill you.
music. It's Undertale music. What
Same
the fuck?
vibes.
Run, run, run now.
Same vibes.
No, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
that's like original
No,
Pokemon ROM
yeah.
hack music. Like,
That's it. I'm beating you up.
You know, that does kind of sound like you doing it.
Ah,
Like that sound effect. Like play it again. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Or is I'm the only one noticing this?
what?
It sounds like Sora. The oof noise. Like from the old Minecraft hurt noise.
She muted herself.
No, no, it doesn't. No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No,
No, yeah, no, yeah, no.
no. That's it. That's it. The meme is over. I'm done.
I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I don't think I've known what's going on for like.
For a good while.
Yeah. Yeah. For a moment, I forgot how old I was, so I was thinking about that. Let's see.
You are 32 years old.
Wait.
No.
Alright.
Yes.
Because I was like, wait, that's not right.
Yes.
No,
Yes, they are.
no, I know. No, I know.
Straight from the source? No.
Yes. No, I'm the source. You are 32.
Hmm. You okay, Atris?
Yeah, I'm just cooking some food.
Okay. I hear the microwave in the background.
Nice. Microwave noises.
Microwave.
Ow, my leg started to go numb. I was sitting in a weird position and my leg was starting to go numb. It just pain. Hopefully it'll stop tingling now. Hopefully. Maybe, possibly. I hope so.
You hope.
Eh.
Hoping.
Alas, with a lot of chronic conditions, that's all you can really do. You good, Sora?
No.
Ah, another voice changer.
No.
The
Wait,
sun's
yes.
deadly laser.
Yes.
Yes.
Momento.
Brag. Bragment.
What? Do you want something more familiar?
Bragment.
More familiar?
Bragment.
Sora, why do I feel like you're about to turn on the fucking Spamton voice changer? I fucking knew it.
No.
I fucking knew it! I knew she was going there!
Stop dead in their tracks.
No.
I fucking knew you were going there.
Perhaps. Alternatively, Gregory.
Hatred.
Gregory. Do you see the small...
Okay, your voice keeps cutting out, and that is a blessing.
Gregory. Gregory.
That
Do
yawn
not
was really
let
bad.
Vanessa see. She will catch you lacking. And there's my funny Fazbear voice.
Did your voice mod just die?
No. If it did, you would have heard me go silent for the next, 15 seconds while I readjust and try and set my mic back.
Ah.
God damn it.
I'm bored. I'm gonna make a new one. I'm gonna
Oh,
make
no.
a new voice.
Pizza.
What should I make?
I don't know.
Someone give me a prompt.
Darth Vader on helium.
Oh, how do I?
How's that work?
You know what? I have an idea. First things first.
Ma foi.
First
got
things
him.
first.
What
Gotta-
would Darth Vader on helium sound like? Is what I want to know.
Like a really raspy robot, but also very high pitched.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta add some distortion, right? And there we go.
Jesus. Wait, let me just turn it down so stream doesn't get annoyed.
Alright, no, that's not good.
That's not it.
Unplug. Not cool. Not cool. Alright.
Alright, now stream will be alright.
No. I gotta let's see here. Well, this works. This works, I guess.
Mm.
I have that metallic robot, you know. It's actually, you know,
Alright.
I realize now I don't remember what Darth Vader sounds like, and that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might, maybe.
That might be a little hindrance in the plan.
That might contribute to a bit of a problem. Just a little
Maybe.
bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Time to do some research. That ain't it.
I will not be doing
research.
Jesus.
Bruh.
Brug.
Bruh.
G.
Hold on. What? Bruh. Let's see here. Bruh. No.
I'm thinking. What dimension can I go to and fuck around in? Oh, the Twilight. I forgot.
The third one.
That'd be the end. I already did that.
The fourth.
That'd be the Abyss.
Snake
I already did
coil.
that.
Start clipping out of bounds. Do something wacky. Come on.
Sell
Funny.
snake oil.
It's funnier. Do it. You won't. No balls.
Sell
You
snake
won't.
oil.
No balls. Nyeh. Let's see. The humanizer. That might make it a little wonkier. Poggers. Let's go. Poggers.
Alright.
Holy fuck! What the fuck was that?
Not that one.
All I can think of is like some kid messed with Darth Vader's like, you know, chest switches, and this is what it sounds
I'm
like.
having an aneurysm. Why, hello there. No.
No. E.
And now my impression if I was in a radio and making the meme.
Wait, no, say E. Yeah. After the meme, you know.
If you stretch that one of those sounds out, it would just be like I don't know, a Bloodborne meme. I don't know.
Yeah, Sora. Are you looking at my stream, right? Yeah. I'll wave just so you can see it.
Ow.
Sorry.
Ow.
Sorry.
No worries.
Not my fault.
Kind of is.
No, it's not. You can't prove anything.
I'm gonna have the fucking VOD.
Huh?
I'm gonna have the fucking VOD.
Me
That's
too.
not usable as evidence in a court of law.
I have a vote too.
Still not usable in a court of law.
Not usable in a code of war.
HSC played Ace Attorney. Any say on this?
Oh God, Atris, be my lawyer.
Bum. I was thinking too,
hold
like
on.
if
Wait, you are my lawyer. Why am I begging you to be my lawyer?
Bruh.
I was thinking that if a court thing happens in in the tavern in the frontier SMP, I'll probably be a lawyer.
Yep.
I still think Tavern sounds better.
Ah?
What?
Ah? What was that?
What?
I heard something.
Nathan.
I hear a lot of things.
Yes, I did.
Nathan. Oh, be fine. I said Doritos are. Oh, but no, that's not true.
Ow.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, you have no evidence. You said you can't use the votes for evidence.
I'm going.
I really need to turn down your audio.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. No,
Okay.
no brokey
No,
audio.
no,
You don't have to.
no, Brokey.
You don't have to.
No, Chicky Bricky.
What?
No, Brokey. No.
Cheeky breaky.
Atris, are you okay?
Yeah.
I should be fine. Should be.
Mm-hmm.
Brat,
I'm evil.
brat.
I'm gonna get a bird.
Bore.
Bird captured. Crime.
Parrot.
No, it's a raven, which is even better.
Oh.
Whoops. Why? Hold on.
Time to start grabbing soul gems. First, snatch. Righty. What the fuck is this man's doing here? What the hell? Bruh.
The last thing you want in your Burger King burger
Hold on, let me
is
capture the
someone
carbon.
else's foot fungus.
Number 15.
In reality,
Burger King foot lettuce.
let me get closer to the mic. Alright, here we go.
What the fuck?
Hi. In reality, right, I'm actually just in a church reciting all of this right now. And
How are
there's
you
just
allowed
this
on sacred ground?
allowed bold assumptions.
So your feet aren't
There's-
combusting.
I'm not cringe like you. I don't spontaneously combust when I enter somewhere weird. Or that
Weird!
doesn't like me. Or that doesn't like me. There is, like, this one priest in, like, the corner, right? Giving me judgmental looks.
Judgmental,
Right?
I think that's fear.
Oh, I think he's getting up. He pulled out a sandal. Hold on. Bitch! Alright, he should be gone.
I found a turtle! I found a fucking turtle! Sorry, I got very excited
think-
for finding
I think
another
he's
turtle.
trying to call the cops. Hold on. I gotta go beat his ass again. Bitch! Alright,
Yeah,
we're
why
good.
slime?
I bought myself another 5 minutes.
That's amazing insult.
Ah?
DIY slime.
God will punish you.
How terrified do you think, Protestant priests would be to burn me at the stake And instead of, oh, look, it's a corpse, it's a fucking robot. With
Oh,
No,
God.
all you have to do to avoid that situation from happening, right? Hold on. All you have to
Why would I
do.
avoid that situation? That's funny as hell.
Okay, all you'd have to do to avoid that situation, right? If you are in a times period, right, where they were frequently doing that, just apply an echo filter to your voice, and suddenly, they're worshiping you.
No. They would say that that's of the devil.
Okay, and point being,
Now,
humans are dumb.
the difference is, when you burn me, I don't turn into a skeleton. Or rather, I don't turn into a charred skeleton, I turn into a silvery skeleton.
I turn into a more angry skeleton. Anger. Alternatively, my favorite emoji. Apple, potato, bitches, all the things we need in this world. And yet, look at you without any of them. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, priest. Bitch.
I can barely understand what you're saying.
Apple, potato, bitches,
Oh my God, I missed every single
all
thing.
things we
Oof.
need in this
Who's
world
fucking pinged me?
to continue
No one.
living. And look at you without any of those things. Once again, yes, you, priest in the corner, coward. You have no bitches. None. Zero.
Alright, I have claimed a sufficient number of Twilight creatures.
Because someone
Alright,
shot.
and now what you must do is you must put them into machines that a blue hedgehog will, destroy in the future. But for right now, they generate weird energy for some reason.
Potato. I got shot. That's why.
Why do I have two
That's
kinds of
why I'm
deer?
so echoey. I got shot in the abdomen 16 times.
Why the hell is Sora so echoey? Sora's doing a bunch of voice mod bits, Potato. You
No,
just...
no, 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 no. I was shot 16 times. That's why.
Your lungs are echoing?
No, I'm holy.
Ha!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up. Chat can't understand the goddamn words you're saying.
Oh, I see. Sorry. I'm holy.
Shut
That's
the
my
fuck
joke for
up.
today. Hi, I'm back. I just saw the new Mulan movie in the fourth dimension where it's actually good. I'm sad because it's not my dimension. Cringe.
I'm back.
That's it. I'm moving.
What?
They moved to the fourth dimension. Solely because Disney is actually cool there.
Impossible.
No, that
Okay, I'm
can't
back.
be. Why
Turns
would
out
you come back?
they may make good movies, but they also are the primary reason McDonald's ice cream machines don't work in that dimension.
No, ice cream
Not
machines
going
in
there.
this dimensions are purposely made bad so that they get this, so they get like.
Okay, but I left because it was Disney in that world. I'm just
I
gonna go
see.
try and find another word.
But yeah,
Where the
did you
fuck
guys
am I?
know? Like the company that makes the ice cream machines is like somewhat like works with McDonald's. So basically, their machine breaks. So they wait. So McDonald's uses money at their company, and then McDonald's buys the machines. It's because they're all under
I'm
the
gonna
same
go.
kind of company. I'm pretty sure.
Are you saying
I'm
it's a
gonna go
fucking
research
conspiracy
that.
that McDonald's ice cream
Hold on.
machines are
No,
broken?
no, it's not a conspiracy.
So actually, there was a couple, right, who's suing McDonald's because they created like this
Yeah,
sort of
they
like the huh?
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, no, it's a big fight for the right to repair.
yeah,
Is what
that.
it is,
Wow.
which apparently still is under debate. Which I don't know why. It's just objectively a good thing, but people hate it for some dumbass reason.
Because they've
Anyways,
been
my
conditioned to
knowledge has
believe
been
that
bestowed. But
Idris, what was that?
never mind, it doesn't matter.
No, if you want to talk about it, you
yes,
can
it
talk
does.
about it.
Yes, it is. Talk about it.
What is
Wonder if
with
I
the
can
snow in that area?
I don't know, but I
Wow.
wonder if I can capture a fire dragon instead of a soul gem. I'm half tempted to try it.
Anyways,
Oh, light, she brought out the fucking auto tune.
Rollify. Hold up. Okay, this sucks. Okay.
Oh, I'm by my house. Okay, all right, I know where I am.
Bruh,
You good?
what did I turn on?
McDonald's can't fix their machines because they have to call the ice cream company to fix them. I don't know if that's what he's saying.
Yes. that
in
is-
other words, they weren't doing the proper cleaning procedures and it was causing issues.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it sucks.
A company created a thing to make it easier for them to tell when the machine needs to be cleaned. And like I don't know, just people being dumb.
Let's do G minor.
What?
Oh, I've set myself so that all of my I can only speak in the key G minor.
Or else it just doesn't come through?
No, it does. It just tries to correct it.
Oh,
Not very
no.
good, I don't think, but eh.
Where the
So
fuck am
now
I?
sounds super scuffed. It's cool. I love it. Hoggers.
Where
Hold on.
the
I wonder if
fuck
it'll
am
sound
I?
more scuffed if I do T-shirt. Here we go. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king.
What?
There we go.
Car.
Don't worry about it. I just gotta get it more scuffed. Skullgirl looking ass. There you go. There's my inspiration. Hold on. I wonder if I can find. I need to find the opposite key to what I speak in. Hold up. B. Is B good? No. This is cringe. C. Hello. There we go. That's more scuffed. I need. I need. I need to grab something.
Alright.
Uh,
Chat, we have 3 new pets. We have a forest raven,
broom,
a
broom
dragon,
closet
and a root stalker.
ending.
The dragon will try to kill us if I let it out of its egg. But
Here we go. I need the
we need names for these
Where's
things.
is the copy pasta from the broom closet ending? Here it is.
What?
Hell yeah.
Chat, we need names for the Planesdrake, the Rootstalker, and the Raven.
Name the Raven Poe.
Bob, Rob, and Cobb.
Hello.
No. Raven must be named Poe.
Gotta save that for the panda.
No. Poe as in Edgar Allan Poe. Quoth the Raven nevermore.
Sorry, I don't read books.
How do you know
And
that's from a
that
book then?
is your
I
downfall.
don't. I just go with the flow. I'll act like I know something so that I seem smarter than I actually am. It's genius.
I just don't talk
Can't
when I
make
don't
fun of me
understand
whenever
something.
I don't say what I do and don't know. Genius. I'm not lying, but I'm not saying I know either. Genius.
All right,
Okay, this isn't working. I'm gonna let's see here.
So many
Let's
names
see.
for the Planesdrake and the Rootstalker.
This. There we go. Does this sound any better?
Probably not.
Good. That's what I've been waiting for.
God.
What? Jerry. I see it. I see.
Yeah, we named the Warp Beetle Jerry.
Puggers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which is the only instance that I'm gonna listen to you with naming schemes from now on.
Rob.
No. Jerry was
Name
the
one
only
of
one
them
you get,
Rob.
because everyone that you come up with is
No.
cursed. You also named a slug Gary.
No, I didn't.
Gary.
That was
It should be a snail, not a slug.
That's racist.
Hmm?
Not you, Atris. Tired.
What?
Snails and slugs are very different things.
Atris said
How
that,
dare
and you said name it Gary.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, because then you started singing
That
Gary
was
Come
Clover.
Home.
That was Clover who recommended it. I just agreed. Because I thought it was a snail, not a slug.
Bruh. But yeah.
Sorry.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Also, Potato, I did end up naming the Dweller Kiwi because you said they look like kiwis. But the Planesdrake and the Rootstalker, what should we name those?
Root
Root
stalker.
The Rootstalker is a tiny little six-legged dragon that is like...
Root beer. Root beer. Do it.
I'm not naming the dragon Root Beer!
Root beer.
God damn
Beer
it, Root
root.
Beer!
I'm actually all for root beer.
Root beer.
I mean,
Or we could name him Bark. Name him Bark. Name him Bark. Bark.
Name them A and W. It's a great idea. You should do it.
Honestly, just the concept of having a six-legged dragon named Root Beer is funny to me, but also
Do it,
super
man.
cursed.
It's funny. Do it.
Fine. All right.
Yay. And now you've broken your promise.
I know. All right, we have one left that we need to name. Chat, I'm gonna let you guys name this one.
Robert. Robert. Name him Robert.
I'm not naming him Robert.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
It's a basic bitch plains dragon. It deserves a basic bitch name. Robert.
No.
Wait, what does the dragon look like?
It's a four-legged
Then name
dragon
it
without wings.
Richard.
I'm not
Name it Richard.
I'm not.
What did you say again?
Do it.
Let me show you. Hopefully this thing won't try and eat me.
Oh no,
This is what it looks
I'm
like.
streaming.
This is what it looks
Wait, okay,
like.
wait. I'll just look.
Name it Richard, or else
Oh shit,
you
angry.
Uh,
name it Richard.
I'm not naming it Richard.
I will expose what the joke you sent to me was.
I
I
can
have
just
it copied. Don't
deafen.
even bother.
I can just deafen.
Oh,
I'm not naming the dragon Robert or whatever Richard or whatever the fuck.
do
Bob.
it or no dick.
What?
What the fuck?
Name,
How is
name
how
it
is that a
Richard or
bad
no
thing?
dick. Hmm?
How is that a bad thing?
Exactly.
What? Hmm? What do you mean? Huh?
How is that a bad thing?
How's what a bad thing?
The Never mind.
No, genuinely.
No dick.
Yeah. If they don't name it Richard, there's no dick.
Okay.
if you don't name
Interest.
it Richard, that's it.
Interest.
Oh,
Use your brain. Use your brain. God.
Damn it. My comedy is lost on you people. It's
I got it.
wasted here.
I got it.
I didn't get it.
Pain, 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 pain. Tired?
Hmm?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just looking up how to
Name
have
it
this thing
Richard.
not try and kill me.
Name it Richard, and it won't.
That's not how things work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like the creator specifically added the name Richard to make it not.
Exactly.
Not angry.
Exactly. It's an Easter egg. If you name it Richard, it doesn't attack. It's wonderful. It's a cool Easter egg. Murder. Murder. Kill. Death.
Hey!
How long have I been here? Jesus Christ, 2 hours. What
Dude,
the
I'm
hell?
riding a dragon.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
Awesome.
Okay, now name it Richard.
No.
Richard. Don't name it Richard. Name it Richard.
No.
Damn it. But you said
Alright, I need to give this guy a name. This guy. This guy. I can't put down the Versa whale in here. And the skinling.
Place the whale down.
No, it'll die!
Place the whale down.
No! No, you just want me to kill it.
Place the whale down.
No. Alright, I need to name
Okay.
Brute Nightmare. Mog is Michelangelo. I don't think there's a A there. Yeah, there we go. Where's the Mog? There it is. Root Stalkers, Root Beer. The Skintling is Gary.
I'm
For
exhausted.
some reason.
The Dweller is Kiwi.
Ah, damn it. Loud noise.
root is
God damn it.
the Gloomper's name was
Okay.
Leonard. That one was also recommended by Sora.
What?
Leonard.
The frog being named Leonard.
That actually went through?
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
then one of them needs to be named Sheldon.
Mm.
Alright. Root beer is named.
Ugh, Jesus.
Skintling gets named Gary. There he is. Mog gets named Michelangelo. Dweller gets named Kiwi. This thing looks like E.T., I swear. And the Glimper gets named. Look at him. Alrighty. Still need a
It's a
name.
toad named Leonard.
The Forest Raven's name is Poe. The whale is. Oh, I also need to name a tiny bird, beetle, another turtle, a carbuncle, and 2 deer. Oh, I need to name 2 tiny birds and 2 deer.
You're gonna catch every single type of raven, and by the end, you're just gonna have Edgar, Allan, and Poe.
There's only one kind of raven.
Oh, darn.
Alright.
Well,
Chat, we still need a name for the overworld Drake.
I think I'm gonna head out.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Night.
Night.
Alright, see ya. Alright. The Versa whale's name is Astria. Actually, let me see if I
I
can.
feel like it's gonna get much more quieter now. I don't mean that. I don't mean that it's a mean thing. It's just like because Sora was so energetic, you know.
The Versa whale despawns in peaceful.
If my throat wasn't hurting and I wasn't in a funk, it probably would have gotten louder.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. The Versa whale despawns in peaceful. We will have to go retrieve another one. Alright, we need 6 more names. Oh, I forgot to name the raven. There he is! Look how tiny he is! Hi! Friend! Nope, you're not running. Alright. Still need a name for the overworld Drake. Why do I feel like Sora's gonna hop in chat and say Richard?
Overworld Drake, huh?
You should name it Richard.
You
Shut
should
the
name it
fuck up, Sora.
Francis.
You say name this
Francis.
thing Francis.
Yeah.
Hi, friend.
Sir Francis Drake.
Okay. It is.
I will do my best to fill the void. Give me a moment while I turn off my game.
And here he is. Francis.
Francis the Drake. Another option was Scott Key, or just Key.
Why would that be?
Wait, hang on. Why? Francis Scott Key. American lawyer. Oh, they're the person who wrote the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner.
Ah. Hmm.
But Francis Drake, the person who circumnavigated the globe, I believe. Hang on.
You mean the guy with the balloon?
The balloon?
Yeah,
What?
no, the guy with the balloon that went. Wait, how long did he? There's a guy that went all over the world in like a balloon. I'm not sure if it was a balloon, but I just know he went all
I
over the world.
think you're thinking about Around the World in 80 Days.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. About that.
Boris.
It's not a balloon. I don't know what it was.
Oh, apparently Francis Drake is also a pirate.
Oh, we also need a name for the coin dragon.
Coin Dragon? Meowth.
That is fucking perfect.
That
Richard.
makes sense.
No. You know what we need to call it? Hang on. We call him Bezos.
For 2 seconds. Oh.
Do we have the name
We
of fucking
name.
coin dragon Bezos?
Yes.
Fine. Alright, let's see if it's named Bezos. Oh my god, he's actually
I mean,
named
we could
Bezos
all.
whenever.
Social commentary.
Look at him.
I mean, we also could have named him Musk.
Oh, then what about Dime? Name him Dime.
We already named him Bezos.
Oh.
No. We should have named him Scrooge. No,
That's
like,
actually a good
I
name.
have
Yeah.
another one. I think I have like two
We've
other
got-
ones. No, I have
are
another
we
one
just
right here.
okay? Your new mission, should you choose to accept it, is to collect a whole bunch of coin dragons and name them after name them after millionaires and billionaires. Or in Scrooge's case, like multi-quintupletairs or whatever the fuck bullshit he is. Multi-gazillionaire. The richest duck in Duckburg.
Wait, you mean Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, I thought you meant, like Scrooge, like the...
The moneylender?
Yeah. Like the Christmas Carol.
I
Scrooge.
mean, that's kind of where the name comes from.
No, I know. That's why I thought, I meant that guy.
I need to find a royal red. There's a special dragon in a mountain biome that I really want to find.
Call it a royal red?
Yeah, there's a massive red dragon somewhere that I really want to find. It's
You
basically
know
a
what we have
boss
to name
fight.
it. You know what we have to name it?
What?
Smaug.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, Smaug the Dragon in Lord of the Rings?
Hobbit. Yes. Yes. So it spawns in
There
any.
and back again. A Hobbit's Tale.
Mhm. All right. So what should we name this coin dragon? I have two of them.
Okay, so we have Bezos. We could name it Musk or Zuckerberg or um who else is really wealthy in this planet?
I don't know.
Bill Gates.
Nah.
Could name him Gates. Buffett.
Bezos and
Homer,
Buffett. Those are interesting names.
Bezos, Buffett, Ellison.
Alright, that's the next one that we're gonna name.
Shan Shan.
Well, I've already named it Buffett, so we're gonna have to wait for the next one.
Okay. Ma. Watan.
Are you just looking through like
A
rich?
list of the wealthiest people. Then there. Oh wow, that's spooky.
What?
There is a uh, there's a person on this list called Danielle Gilbert, and they don't have a picture.
Hmm.
But I think it's this little old lady in this picture right here, perhaps. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, Charles G. Koch. My poor child. That name. Oh boy.
Hold on. I remember seeing a meme somewhere. It might have been in the containment zone. It was like a World War I pilot with like the most confirmed kills. Had like this really weird name. Hold on. I need to find it.
Name him Diamond Nickel.
I need to find the fucking meme. Hold on.
Naming coin dragons after coins.
Yeah.
Why do I
I
feel
mean,
like this?
that would be cute.
You can name him Launder after
Ugh.
money laundering.
Money laundering.
Yeah, no. So just call him Launder.
Launder over yonder.
Yeah.
Launder over yonder. Launder yonder, launder yonder, launder yonder, launder yonder.
Have you lost
Launder
it?
all that money. Yeah, what? No.
Nah, it's an
What?
amazing cartoon called Wander Over Yonder. I watched the whole thing. It's amazing.
Okay, I didn't know that, and I thought you just went insane.
No, it's just a really cool like.
It's got some really good music.
It covers genocide.
It
Wait,
does.
Yes,
where the hell is this stupid
and doesn't
fucking meme?
completely forgive the guy who did the genocide, unlike Steven Universe.
Mm.
You know?
I think they sort of forced it to come to a head. Because it had to wrap up somehow.
Yeah, no. I wish it had more seasons. It was so good. Oh,
All
makes me
of the really
sad.
creative, cartoons seem to just sort of wind up at a poor end, and we really need to have a thing where if you don't feel like supporting an idea anymore, right? We need to have an active copyright. So basically, like, if you stop using an IP, then you no longer own that IP.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop putting funding into it, so that other people can
That
develop.
would be very controversial.
I I am a very controversial person.
No, but no, I mean
Blue
like.
diamond, another star. God damn it! I gotta.
I don't think a lot of people will like that. Even though, yes, it would be cool, it would be very, very, very chaotic.
Not a lot of companies would like it. A lot of people would like it because it means that their favorite shows, right, aren't subject to contracts. It would mean that,
Uh, that,
Firefly, right? No. It would mean like shows like Firefly, right? That ended because their mandate with Fox ended, could continue on if they got picked up by somebody else.
I
Hmm.
see.
Where is the nearest mountain
Like
to me?
I almost guarantee that Firefly would have been picked up by like the Sci-Fi Channel. but instead they got replaced with with another section for the Kardashians. Because of course they were.
Alright, the mountain biome should be this way, which means that we should be able to find... Oh, well, it obviously won't spawn when I'm in peaceful. What is a... Oh, shit. Alright, so I need to get raw meat and a... what's it called? Bob, you good? Atris, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Damn it.
What?
I get these little, like, sourdough rounds, right? From a bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, my mom finds them, and they're just like, oh my gosh, these are like, 2 cents, I'm sure. I'm sure my son could use them. And, I opened one of them, and it smelled like bleach.
Oh.
And it's a very, very potent fungus or mold is growing on it, and I'm not happy about that. Because here I was, looking forward to eating myself a loaf of bread. Because I love bread. And it's contaminated.
Ugh.
I want.
Alright. Alright. Oh, Bob, if you check VC, hopefully this... Wait, hold on, let me see if this will actually paste properly.
I'm okay.
Yes, it will. Okay. This thing is the thing that I'm looking for.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
royal red, and they are extremely aggressive, fairly rare, only
Ow.
spawn in mountains.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like his underside belly, like his belly like thing, it looks like stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's also a really rare, like even more rare version, like a the melanistic version, which is like a charcoal black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
sorry,
honestly,
the what version?
there's like a really, really rare version of the
Oops.
Royal Red where the scales are just like midnight gray. Hold on, let me find an image of the armor preview that shows it.
Probably stop streaming now. Just a second.
This thing. Oh, great. Of course, this fucking image doesn't work. But the other one does.
Yeah, no, I stopped streaming, by the way,
Okay.
because I don't think, because I only have one viewer, from the most of the stream, and if I played Plant Zombies, I'd have like 3 to 7 viewers.
Oh shoot, I should play Plants vs Zombies sometime.
Now I don't know why. That makes no sense.
Well, okay, so algorithms are weird, and while legal.
It's probably because of the amount of people that actually play League of Legends, so you can't really go to the guy. It's like
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Shit.
What?
What happened?
Oh fuck just happened. Hello?
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 Yeah.
Can you hear us? We can
Hello?
hear him, but he can't hear us.
Yeah, we can hear him.
Hmm.
Did you see the name I said?
For what?
No, the dragon.
In chat?
Yeah, in VC text.
Oh, in VC text, Netherrack. Oh yeah, that's a good name. If I find one, yeah.
Oh, he left. He dipped.
I
He
think
pooped
his
back.
computer might have just shit the bed, I don't know.
Maybe.
Right. Apparently people say this thing only spawns during the
Hello.
day. You good?
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
my
happened?
box messed up for some reason, and I'm not happy about that because that means that the issue that I had a while back is back.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Anyways, what I was trying to say before I got cut off by technical difficulties was what was I trying to say?
What he said?
the algorithm is weird. All right. And when did you do your Plants vs Zombies stream?
2 days ago.
No, I mean like what time in the day?
Oh, like usually. Oh, it's probably like around. It was around like 8 or 9 my time.
PM or AM?
PM.
So that was like,
That was like late. Yes.
well, no, it was like midday for us over here.
Yeah. That's probably why. Like,
Yeah, everyone in
yesterday I had like 2 or
America,
3. No, actually, I had
everyone
2 or
in
3.
America has too much time on their hands.
And yesterday I had 2 viewers again because I was streaming League again.
Looking for... Oh, that's an apotheosis boss. Huh.
The reason why I expected it to be more, because you can like say, I've seen this work with some people, but like they send their Twitch link after a game. So yeah.
I could see this fucker. Oh, there he is.
But it didn't work with me, so I might just go back to Plant Zombies, but then I don't know what I'm gonna do when I finish it.
Um, the thing is, like, Plants vs Zombies isn't a competitive game.
Yeah, I know, it's more chill.
League of Legends is, and so people usually watch winners.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Trying to
Like
catch
it,
it.
it is.
It's just because there's like so many people that stream League compared to how many people stream Plants vs Zombies, so I can reach out to more people that want to see Plants vs Zombies content than League content.
I don't know.
You know, like the amount of people, because there's so many people that also have one viewer as me. You know,
Yeah.
but in Plants vs Zombies, I don't think that there's that many.
I mean, it's an older game, but it also stands up to the test of time. It's a really good game.
Yeah, no.
Do I hear Aerie snoring? I think I hear her snoring.
Might just be me trying to cough up stuff.
Nah, nah. Stupid fucking zombie. Trying to hit it with a poison spell, but it keeps like moving right into my blind
You're
spot.
trying to hit an undead with a poison spell.
Surprisingly, it works.
Then it's probably not a poison spell, it's probably an acid spell.
Well, it says potent toxin, so
Hmm.
this. Oh, you know what? I'm getting distracted. I need to look for the royal red, which hopefully is around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's 4 viewers right now in the Plants vs Zombies category.
Just the entire category?
Yeah, in the entire category.
Hmm.
For streamers or viewers?
3, like, for viewers, just 4 viewers.
Huh.
And 4 streamers.
Yeah, I can hear my cat snoring. Oh my god. Where in the hell is this thing?
This guy's stream is very laggy. Let's see.
They typically spawn in any kind of mountain biome, extremely rare and hard to find. 1 to 3% for melanistic.
I'm
Some
looking
say they
at
only
like
spawn at
them right
day.
now. Low frame rate. This guy.
Hmm.
He's not even talking. This guy's stream is so laggy. Oh no. Feels bad. And this guy. This guy's fine.
Where
Oh, I
are...
think he's Russian.
Oh,
Hmm?
sorry, my game just lagged itself a lot.
This guy isn't also talking much. Okay, I see. But yeah, no, there's like 4 viewers, and on the Garden Warfare 2, which is the FPS Plant Zombies, there's 16 viewers now.
Hmm. Oh, there's a death dungeon down there. Oh.
Cause yeah, no, like, cause you don't have many competitors. That's why.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a mine shaft.
Yeah, I imagine Garden of Warfare sort of died out after its initial
I mean, Garden
4
Warfare
days
is
of.
really cool. Anyways,
It's a good idea.
I mean, I don't like want to stream it because I played it. I mean, it's a really good game, and I played it when I was younger. It's just I just don't feel like playing it anymore. It's a really good game though, especially because I have to restart because I'm on my PC. So I don't want to stream on my PS4.
My question is, um, Plants vs Zombies 2. Why isn't it on Steam?
It's only on it's only on mobile.
Is it?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Mhm.
You'd think they would have ported it by now.
No. I mean, you can't play. You don't need to. You have BlueStacks.
What?
BlueStacks, like mobile emulator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Is it
you don't.
free on?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Plants Zombies 2 has a lot of microtransactions, but there is like a mod that makes it.
Oh, that explains it. Okay.
Yeah, there is a mod that makes it like that changes it a lot actually. Like, because you don't need there's no microtransactions and like you actually like need to completely like again I can't imagine it like Plant Zombies 1 like someone trying to incorporate the same kind of thing. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think I might stream that if I after I finish Plant Zombies.
Hmm.
There's a yeah no like the only like And that's how some like games are like basically dead. It's like Plants Zombies Heroes, which is the card game, and the Garden Warfare 1, which is the first edition.
Hmm.
Wasn't Garden Warfare 1 just supposed to be like an April Fool's joke? And
No, I think it was
shit
just a
post.
spin-off.
Huh.
I don't think it was meant to be an April Fool's. I think it was just a spin-off. I don't know how they got the idea, but
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Modern Warfare was coming out around the same time, and they were like, huh, why not? Also coming out around the same time was like Overwatch and stuff like that. So like a heroes based.
Not really. It was in 2014, and Overwatch was in 2016.
So Overwatch was really copying Garden Warfare.
Not really.
Where in the fuck is this dragon?
Is there a dragon in the area?
It should be. It's. I'm in a mountain zone and it should spawn, but the motherfucker just isn't showing up.
Maybe there's not one in this zone.
It's a random spawn. It's not like a, oh, you find a dragon nest. It's from Worm Roost, not from Ice and Fire.
Oh, I see.
Apparently, the team was inspired by other team-based shooters with colorful visuals as Team Fortress 2. They faced different challenges when designing the game's 8 classes. The game is powered by the Frostbite 3 engine, and the team collaborated closely with Frostbite developer EA Dice when implementing its technology. Okay, so yeah, no, it when you think about it, they're both kind of like Overwatch. I mean, it's kind of like Overwatch because Overwatch is like TF2.
Hmm.
They both copied TF2.
Where in the fuck? This thing is supposed to be spawning in a mountain biome, right? And it's just not. I am in a difficulty mode that it should spawn. It's day, which means it should be the only hostile thing that can spawn here. But instead, all I'm getting are a bunch of bees. Is this not high enough of an elevation?
Perhaps.
Uh, this is a mountain biome. Any kind of mountain biome, it says. Only other mountain biome I fucking have is... Actually, no. This is the only one that I've been in. I'd have to go to the southwest to maybe find one even close to my domain. Though then again, there's one here. But I'd have to worry about fire dragons instead of, royal reds. There's a tiny chunk of mountain near my house, but I don't know. I wonder. If I crank up the difficulty, maybe that'll make the damn thing spawn.
You mean to tell me you were looking for a hostile dragon
Mm-hmm.
in peaceful mode?
No, I'm in easy mode. I'm just wondering if I turn it to like hard, if it'll show up. They're extremely aggressive. And it's basically a boss fight. Uh, you basically have to attack them until like they fall over, and then you heal it back to full health, and that's how you tame it. Apparently,
So, sort of like Ark Survival Evolved.
kinda, yeah. But it's the only dragon in Worm Roost that acts like that. Uh,
So, what I might recommend is building a house on top of the mountain range and just sort of waiting.
What the fuck is going on over here? Why do you have a... Oh, vampire hunters. Huh. Didn't know they had banners. .16 vampirism is a thing. Alright.
You know Dingus 5, the guy in the tavern that streams usually?
Who?
Dingus 5 Studios.
What?
Just look at Plug Podium. It's like, oh wait, it's just wait. Okay, not Plug Podium. It's bulletin board and yeah, there we go. Is that it?
Okay. What
Why
do
is
you
it?
mean? Is that
Oh,
it?
just a second. No, because I found a
There
video,
are
but I'll just send you in VC text. This guy.
no. I know who you're talking about. I'm just wondering why you brought them up.
No, I'm just saying that's like because they're doing pretty good. I just wanted to mention them, you know?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is going on? Okay. These things... Do they only spawn during the day? Hold on, let me check. There's 1.16. They spawn in any kind of mountain biome. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I heard something. Oh, phantoms, not phantoms. Definitely not royal reds. Need a shield for this. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Dan.
Circle
My
my
life
goddamn
is
phantoms.
my world is no longer ending,
What's
but
going
it's
on?
still my world is no longer ending, but it is still terrible.
If I may ask, what happened?
Not on stream.
Okay. Fucking phantoms.
It's not that hard to avoid phantoms. Just go to bed at a decent time.
I'm looking for a dragon, and just flying around in the mountains, suffering.
Sounds about right. How are the two of
Honestly,
you doing?
though, if phantom wings are sort of like the main ingredient to elytra, why can't you just make an elytra?
No, it's more like it's phantom membranes, but I get what you mean. Like, why don't you just make one? I'm not even sure.
Maybe they require some kind of thing from the chorus plants. I don't know. I don't deal with fucking
I mean, you can
Minecraft
still
lore.
make it at that point.
Uh,
No, it's called game balance.
yeah.
Yeah.
The elytra in the base game is one of the most powerful items in the entire game. It signifies that you've actually made it to the end game. Like at this point, you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
had to give the Phantom some purpose, or else the fans would have fucking martyred themselves for voting for the damn thing way back when.
I mean, we still do.
I mean, you can always undo something in the development of a game. You don't have to keep on adding.
And you don't understand how Mojang do Mojang. Mojang don't undo. Mojang add.
They do.
Look
They
at the
undo a
development
few
log of
things.
Pocket Edition. Fucking hell, another one.
Pocket Edition is not real Minecraft. That had the fucking Nether Forge.
It was fun.
It's still Minecraft. And it's still Mojang.
Oh, I'm getting shot at by something. Fuck. So, hold on. I am slightly zoning out a little bit. I am sorry.
No worries.
Hmm. And there he goes. Where the fuck is this dragon? Fucking hell. Yeah, that's a mine shaft. Huh. Neat. Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just sort of chilling.
Me too.
No, not physically, mentally, or spiritually, but I'm making do. Allergies are kicking in.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, it's the same for me. I hate it as well. Alright, be right back.
Alright. Ha. Maybe I'm not flying low enough. That might be it. Probably not. Oh. Phantoms again. Oh, and there it goes. And it's gonna burn to death. Where did the one that I killed go? Son of a bitch. This damn thing is... Oh, and everyone's off PC. Except just... Hey, just... Hmm. Did not know I could yeet myself that far. This grappling hook is definitely fun. I wonder. Oh. Whoa! You okay?
Yeah, just burping.
Hi, Clover. You didn't miss much. I just went around and named some things. I'm currently looking for a massive red dragon that's being a bitch and not spawning. So I'm
Is it
bored.
possible that it's not in this version? Or perhaps it's turned off in the config?
You're a fucking genius. Let me go ahead and check that. I know for a fact it's in 1.16, because 1.16 is the only version that Worm Roost is in.
Okay.
Uh,
But its configs might be a different matter.
which is what I'm checking now. Worm Roost.
Okay.
Configurations. General. That's not it. Common, general. Dragons. Breath availability, breathe limits.
Interesting. By the way, not all the options are accessible here.
Huh. Only applies to the big boys. Just looking.
Alright.
Oh. Hmm. If I really wanted to fiddle with the configs, I'd have to close the game and reopen it, and that takes fucking forever, so no. Ugh. I've been going for 3 hours. I want to go to sleep, but... Let's see. Thinking about it, really considering it, but... Considering going to sleep.
Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys next episode, whenever that happens to be. I need to sleep.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Yeah.